Welcome to the AccendoTraders Group, our video trade plan for Friday, April 11th, 2008. AccendoTraders.com, effective trade plans delivered daily. On our video trade plan for tonight, as every night, we're going to review our watch list, set stops and alerts, check news, look at the indexes, scan for new trades, set alerts, and as always, we want to make sure that we release and have a life. Today we had a lot of things going on. There was certainly a lot of news to come out in the market. We had Walmart issued upside guidance, and this is after most of the retail same stores numbers were actually low, but Walmart came out and raised their guidance for the first quarter. So that really helped. The weekly jobless claims came in lower than expected. That really helped. And even though we had the trade deficit widen, the big thing was that the semiconductors were upgraded by the Bank of America. And the Nasdaq really ripped at the beginning of the market. And if you looked at it, the Dow and the SPX actually went negative a couple times, but the Nasdaq just flew out of the market. And I really think it had a lot to do with the semiconductors being upgraded and some of the shorts. Semiconductors, although we said in our weekend rep report that on Sunday that the semis actually look good for the first time in a long time. So there might have been some short covering there. But today was absolutely crazy to watch intraday. The market was up, down, up, down, up, down. Now the Nasdaq was pretty much up the whole time. So it was certainly crazy to watch. 7 of the 10 sectors were positive, and you can see where the market ended. But this is where the market ended, but it was crazy intraday. The rest of this doesn't really matter much. The builders were upgraded. That was interesting too. Tomorrow, nothing special. I think the big thing is going to be GE before the market open. That might set the tone of the market. Okay, so as we said, thanks to the Nasdaq ripping and the upgrade to the semiconductors, all the major averages had good days today. You can see that all the averages bounced off the 20. And you have to be just a little concerned because we were a little bit light on volume, and there might be some short covering here, especially with the semiconductors being upgraded, and who saw that coming? Although we did say in our weekend rep report last Sunday that the semiconductors actually look good. So we got to be careful. So as usual, we're going to put some stocks together for depending on the market goes up or down. Now, Apple out the gate just ripped. Very nice, very nice. We said to put an alert above yesterday's high, and so we did get an entry. And I would say go ahead, let's keep on rolling with Apple. Their new iPhones coming out in June, so put an alert at today's high. AEM retraced a little bit, but that's okay. We've got a rising 3 pattern going on here. Keep your alert, and this is what we said, to put your alert at this high over here, and we didn't get that, so keep your alert right around 71.50. American Express kind of gave us a head fake, but now we have a falling 3 pattern. Nice doji, so this could definitely go either way. Nice doji at the moving average and the uptrend. I put my alert right about halfway through the wick, around 44.50. BTU, very nice indeed. We still have some room to run here, so let's keep going with BTU and raise our alert if you're not in to the high of today. CAT, we were looking for this to the downside, and we did get a little move below the 20. We got plenty of room here still to fall down to the 50, a couple dollars there. So let's continue to play with this one and move your alert to the bottom of today's low. CENX, we're still hanging out on this one. Still have our alert up here at 72. CF, this one had another great day. And at this point, definitely have some reservations. I do not think this is a safe entry for tomorrow. So I'm going to unflag CF. CHK, we had our alert at $50. So we're still waiting for that to happen. So let's keep our alert there, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. Coach was certainly affected by the Walmart raising their guidance for the first quarter. So sort of like before with AXP, we got a doji at the moving averages, still a falling 3 pattern. So let's go ahead and keep our alert at yesterday's low, right about 30.50. 30.50 gets us below the moving averages. CVX. Oil pulled back today, so that's okay. We may have some new stocks that we're able to look at because oil pulled back. But for right now, let's go ahead and keep our alert at yesterday's high for CVX. Same thing with DL. This is the second time that we've been trying to play it going up, and I don't know if we're jinxing a stock, but at this point, we're going to still we'll pull our rectangle over here, and we'll still play with the rising 3 rectangle breakout, and keep your alerts around 126.50. FCX holding at resistance. Still a rising 3 pattern. Nice sideways move. Did come back up. I would go keep your alert at today's high. First Solar. Remember, this is one we said, what's your risk level? So same thing. Wherever your risk level is. This is nice conservative. This is more aggressive. This is way aggressive. Goldman Sachs, man, I tell you what, this one was all over the place, and I ended up getting out of it, and then, of course, at the end of the day, it went down again. Really nice. I think we have an aggressive entry at today's low. I probably might suggest to unflag it. I'm going to come back to this one. For right now, alert at today's low to continue to push down at least to 163. MT, alrighty, here we go. We'll give it another day. MTL, what a beast. Just a beast. But it's moved way too much, so I do not think we have a safe entry tomorrow. If you're in, tighten your stops. PCU, not sure what the heck you're doing, but I'll give PCU one more day. POT is getting ready to give us an entry. Put your alert at today's high. Rig, making a rising 3 pattern at resistance. So let's keep our alert at yesterday's high. And finally, WFR. We waited for the put on this one and we never got it, so I'm going to unflag WFR. Okay, so now we're ready to go into our education portion of our video trade plan here. And Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas. And in the beginning, he's talking about the shift to middle analysis. And yesterday, we talked about what separates consistent and inconsistent traders. And Mark Douglas suggests that it's the best traders are able to think differently from the rest. And he goes on to say, and we talked about this yesterday, that learning how to buy or to identify buying and selling opportunities does not mean that you know how to think like a trader. Using indicators and understanding them does not mean you know how to think like a trader. However, a winner is able to remain disciplined, focused, and above all, confident in all types of market conditions. And being able to be that way allows you to avoid the common errors in trading mistakes that plague everybody else. So I've been a part of a lot of groups, websites, chat rooms, discussion boards, you name it, blogs, and there's a cycle. People come in and they get the trading bug and they woohoo, go trading, woohoo, and then it starts to not work for them. They're not consistent, and I don't know, they run out of money or they lose interest, or maybe they go try another style of trading. And you don't see some of these people again. And that's not to speak negative of these people, but what I want to get at is that you have to have a system in place. You have to have a trade plan that defines what you're trying to do. And that trade plan allows you to be confident, allows you to not care about what the market is doing. You just trade what you trade. You do what you do. The system does what it does. And no matter what the market is doing, if you say this, if this stock gets to this level and this is my system, then this is what I do. And therefore, when things go against you, it's not you that made a mistake. It's that your system didn't work. And if it happens consistently, or even a couple times, you may decide to tweak your system. So it's not you against the market. It is your system interacting with the market, and we have to tweak it from time to time. So, you know, and again, if you are just listening to me and that's what you do, God help you. You are to, and I say this in our weekly weekend rapid report. Yes, blogs, newsletters, videos, stock picks, they're great. I think you should have those, but they're supposed to be integrated into your system. They're not supposed to be your system. You have to internalize this and come up with a system. And if you don't have a system, you're winging it. And how can you complain if you're winging it? Be real. So we'll talk more about that. As always, if you didn't get all of it, remember iTunes version is a little bit longer. There's some more things added in there, like the new stocks. Thanks for your feedback. And as always, trade at your own risk.